I just want to say a very heartfelt thank you to everybody, you who's watching this video. I really appreciate it. This channel is my heart and soul in helping parents build a toolkit that they can use to take care of their kids. Is like, I'm just all about it. So I just appreciate you. I really genuinely do. So thank you for coming on this journey with me, and just thank you. Hey y'all, what's up? It's Shandice from GIGGLEZILLA.com, and whenever I talk to someone about what they want for their kids, they usually say, I want my kids to be happy. I want my kids to find someone later in life that loves them unconditionally, and I just want them to generally have a good life. So I'm going to talk to you about just some ways that you can help make your kids happier. You can hardwire a few things into them that they can carry with them for the rest of their life. And one of the best ways that you can help your kids be happier is to teach them gratitude. And something that I do every morning when I wake up with my little guy, we go to the window and we look out the window, whether it's raining, whether it's hailing or snowing, it's sunny, doesn't matter. We look out the window and we say, this is the day that the Lord has made. Well, I say it because he can't talk, right? But my hope is that eventually he will learn to wake up and be thankful for the day. And then we say, and we're thankful, and we say thank you, you know? And I think that's something that we can teach kids, is to wake up every day and be thankful for the day. Because truthfully, even if you don't wake up and say, this is the day the Lord has made, you still woke up, right? Like, that's something to be grateful for. That's something to be thankful for. And if we can start teaching our kids when they're young, when they get older, they will carry that with them. And I feel like people that are generally happy, they are also people who are generally grateful, who take the time to find joy in just the little tiniest things. The people that I see that are generally unhappy are the ones that are complaining, griping. You know, the glass is always half empty. And I get it, like, people have a bad day. But if you can teach them to be generally grateful and for their outlook on life to be one that is thankful and appreciative, they will be happier, and you'll plant that seed of happiness. The other thing you can do, like a more practical step, is to start a gratefulness journal or a gratitude journal. So basically, every day, you and your kids take time to write down one thing, 10 things, 100 things that you are grateful for. You could do this even at dinner time. If you don't want to sit down and like journal every day at dinner time, you can just ask, hey, what are you guys grateful for today? You could even do it before you go to bed. Yeah, I think it's really important that kids take the time to think about what they are thankful for, so that they can be happy and appreciative for the things that they have, even if they don't have much. We did not have much growing up, but I am now thankful and grateful for the things that we did have. There's a lot of people that had a lot less than we did, right? So teach them to be grateful. Another thing you can do is really simply like teach kids to label their emotions. So most kids just react out of instinct. They're angry one second, they're happy the next second, they're fussing because they're sleepy or they're hungry. They're just operating on instinct. So what you can do is, when you see them behaving in a certain way or expressing a certain emotion, call that out to them. I see that you're sad. I see that you're happy. I see that you are really confused. Tell me why, you know, and then get them to kind of talk about what they're feeling in that moment, and that builds their emotional intelligence. When they're older, they will have a easier time labeling their emotions, identifying emotions in other people, and it will help with their relationships. And I think it'll help them be even happier, because they can then identify what happy is and what happy feels like to them, because happy looks and feels different to a lot of people. You can be perfectly happy and not be all giddy and out all the time like a little chihuahua, you can still be really happy and really enjoying your life. So teach your kids to label their emotions just by calling out what you see. It is not complicated. Another big thing, like when we were growing up, we did not have a lot. Like we were very poor. But my mom always let us play outside. We always played outside, jump rope, playing with friends, playing tag, hide and seek all the time. Maybe she just was busy and was like, go outside. I don't know, but we loved playing outside. That was like the joy of our life, was going outside to play with our friends or playing with my sisters. We used to jump rope with electrical like extension cords because that was all we had. We would find them, bring them outside, or you know, you remember those house phones, that long cord. Sometimes it was curly, sometimes it was straight. That made me feel so happy. Even now as an adult, I love being in nature. I love going outside. I love going for walks. If you don't have a park near your house or a yard for your kids to play in, take them to McDonald's. There's a play place there. Usually McDonald's has a play place. It's not really outside, but it's a chance for them to express themselves, to run, be free. Just be creative. Find ways to get your kids outside and let them play more. We grew up in apartments, so there was always like a little play structure, little setup area. So we would go and sometimes play there. Or I'd go to my friend's house. They had big houses with yards and we would just play in their yard all the time. The last thing you can do, well, there's a million things you can do. I'm only listing a few things. If you know ways to make your kids happy and joyful, go for it. The other thing you can do that's really important is sit down with them at the dinner table. If you don't have a table, sit down with them. Like the point is not to literally be at a table. Just sit down with them and enjoy a meal together. There's just something so like gratifying and I don't know, it just gives you warm and fuzzies, or it gives me warm and fuzzies inside when I sit down at a meal with someone, whether it's with my husband and my baby or my friends or just people at my church. I just feel like life is good. Like it just brings me so much happiness and joy. Kids are the same way. Like kids that sit down at a table or sit down and eat with their families, no matter what your family looks like, it could be you and one kid, the kid and the grandma, whoever. Sit down with them, enjoy a meal, and talk to them. Put down your phone, look in their eyes, ask them about their day, and really try to connect with them, because kids that sit down at the dinner table have better communication skills. They are generally more happy, and they are less stressed because they can talk to you. They can connect with you. When we connect with other people, sometimes that takes the stress away from us, and it's the same way with kids. The goal here is to be better. It's not to obtain perfection, which is literally impossible unless you're Jesus Christ, like walking on water, okay? So none of us are perfect, and we should not expect that from our kids either. So if you start implementing some of this stuff today, like just gratitude, or let your kids go outside today, you will start to hardwire your kids for happiness.